Folks, I have got to call this one out. There's a lot of people, well, I shouldn't say a lot, but there's several people on our side that I see say things from time to time like, hey, Stephen A. Smith is what the Democratic Party needs. They're the same people who thinks that we might need The Rock, or we might need another celebrity, or we may need, the left needs a Joe Rogan. It's those kind of people that will turn and say that Stephen A. Smith is what the Democratic Party needs. No, he is the last thing we need. I'm going to play you a couple of clips of him. I don't know if he's trying to audition for a WWE job or not, but he cuts a pretty good promo here. But how many farts did this guy huff in his life to say something this buffoonish and idiotic? He's calling out Mark Kelly here, saying that Mark Kelly should be ashamed of himself for telling troops to not obey illegal orders. Please, the next time you think this is what the Democratic Party needs, watch this clip.
Respectfully, Senator, what the hell are you doing? Looking into the camera and telling military men and women to ignore the commander-in-chief. How dare you? How dare you do that? That's right, I'm calling out. I never served in the military. That's true. I have family members who did. Some of my best friends have. Marines, Air Force, Navy, Army. I haven't heard one of them, not one of them, say that was okay. How dare you do that? Is it treason? No. Is it punishable by death? It shouldn't be. So the answer is no. But you know better, Senator Kelly. You know better. How dare you do that? What are you supposed to do? You're a ranking senator. You could go to the Senate. You could go to the House. You can draw up paperwork. You can try to start articles of impeachment if you think there's something illegal. I mean, damn, it ain't like y'all haven't done it before. You impeached the man twice. Where'd that get you? Got us behind back in the White House. Had you left him alone since 2020, maybe he wouldn't be back.
You know, I didn't serve in the military either, but I do know that military members should not take illegal orders from anybody, and I do know that they do not swear an oath to the President of the United States. They do not swear an oath to one man. But Stephen A. Smith is the same guy that said that maybe we need to learn how to adapt to Donald Trump. Maybe we need to learn how to adapt to a dictator. You do not learn how to adapt to a dictator. You stand up against it. You do not learn how to adapt to authoritarianism. You stand up against it. You do not learn how to adapt to fascism. You stand up against it. What Stephen A. Smith is sitting here trying to do, he's trying to play both sides of the aisle. He tries to say something edgy, and then that'll get Democrats excited. They'll go, oh, wow, he said something that we agree with. But then he always tries to walk it back and take a stance like this because he's a coward who's scared of Donald Trump and ain't got the balls to ever really say anything to his face. So he just continues on with this tirade, this WWE-style promo, and it's absolutely ridiculous. But let's keep watching.
I'm not a military person, and I know better than that. You don't tell military men and women to ignore an order from the commander-in-chief. You don't do that. Is it going to amount to what Trump tried to embellish and indicate? No. But that don't make you right. How dare you do that? He's the commander-in-chief for the United States military. Period. You have no business doing that. None. And by the way, the biggest reason is because what was illegal? You didn't tell us what it was. What laws? Why did I bring up A Few Good Men with Tom Cruise and Kiefer Sutherland in that sequence and Kevin Bacon? Why did I bring it up? Because the mere thought of you even implying that a military officer is engaging in some type of salacious or illegal activity is trouble in the military, not the court of laws for civilians, the military.
So today I would like to talk to y'all about stop box because I think it's very important that we safely secure our handguns. Back when I was growing up, my dad always taught me safety first, and he taught me how to secure our guns safely. But we had the old school gun cabinets that had the keys. and you get yourself in a situation where you need it fast, the last thing you need to be doing is trying to dig around for your keys and get it out of the box. With StopBox, you can take it with you. There's no keys. You can set your own combination, and they're super easy to use. So if you own a handgun, you've probably found yourself in the scenario where your gun is on the table unsecure, or it's locked away in a safe, but it's out of reach in case of an emergency. StopBox USA saw the problem and designed a groundbreaking solution, the StopBox Pro. With StopBox Pro, you'll never have to choose between security and readiness again. Its ingenious push-button locking system gives you fast, reliable access when every second matters, without the hassle of keys or reliance on batteries. It's 100% mechanical, so it works every time, no power needed. The holidays just got a little safer and a lot more affordable. For a limited time only, our listeners are getting a crazy deal. Not only do you get 10% off your entire order when you use the code BRANDO10 at StopBoxUSA.com, but they're giving you a buy one, get one free for their StopBox Pro. That's 10% off and a free StopBox when you use the code BRANDO10 at StopBoxUSA.com. Be sure to go over and get one of these, folks. Buy one, get one free. I think I know what I'm getting Dad for Christmas. You know, if they ever make a remake of the Jeffersons, he might get the role of George Jefferson. He might get that part, but that's as far as this guy should ever get, okay? He should never be anywhere near politics, so please stop entertaining this idea that Stephen A. Smith might be what the Democratic Party needs, or that the Democratic Party needs a celebrity, or that the left needs a Joe Rogan. I understand that we lost an election, and so it's like, okay, let's look to see what they did, and maybe we should try to emulate that. No, we do not need to emulate what they did. We do not need a celebrity running on our side. And I'm not saying that celebrities shouldn't speak up. I applaud the ones that do. I applaud the celebrities. I applaud the athletes. I applaud the musicians. Every time they do, I play it here on the channel. I say, hey, look at what Robert De Niro's saying. Hey, look at what Mick Foley's saying. I'm all for it. Look at what Kevin Nash is saying. I'm all for it. I'm all for people speaking up and speaking out. But this idea that we need something like that to be on our side, to be our voice, no, we do not need that. And we especially don't need someone like Stephen A. Smith who tries to play both sides. There is no two sides to fascism. There's no two sides to authoritarianism. And there's no two sides to a dictator. So I do not want somebody who will go out there and say something edgy that I agree with, only to come behind it and say something so ridiculous that I can't even wrap my mind around it. I can't wrap my mind around why he thought it was a good idea to go off on Mark Kelly. He clearly did not know what Mark Kelly was talking about or didn't read the room. Something went wrong there, because Mark Kelly said that people in the military shouldn't obey illegal orders. And Stephen A. Smith decided to go off on this WWE-style promo, shouting at Mark Kelly, you know, and saying, you don't do that, you don't do that, you don't. No, what you don't have a dictator who gives illegal orders to troops. That's what you don't do. But he ain't got the balls to say that. And we don't need somebody that's ballless like that on our side. We need somebody who will be willing to stand up and fight against this and not leave one person behind. Every person that Donald Trump and MAGA picks on, we need to have their back. Because if they come for one of us, they're going to come for all of us. It's going to trickle down to every single one of us. And that's not me trying to spread hyperbole. That's not me trying to freak people out or get people scared. It's none of those things. It's just being realistic. So stop looking over at MAGA and thinking, maybe we need to try it the way they did. Maybe we need Stephen A. Smith. No. Just let that idiot say his shit. Just go ahead. Let him do that. And if they ever decide to remake the Jeffersons, tell him to go audition. But other than that, no, we don't need Stephen A. Smith. Please stop saying it. We don't need a celebrity. Please stop saying it. The left doesn't need a Joe Rogan. We need people who are willing to stand up against this bullshit. And we got a lot of them. There's a lot of people out there that are speaking up, speaking out. There's a lot of good people in government that are speaking up and speaking out. There's a lot of people that's working really hard. And we need to continue to get behind those people and amplify their voices and stop looking to someone like this to save us. I mean, I've got an open mind, folks. I really do. But when people says Stephen A. Smith might make a good Democrat, yeah, you completely lost the plot and completely misread the room on that one.